Hello Mr. Randy Duck and welcome back for another video. Today I've got two replays to show you in the Tier 9 American heavy tank, the Cobra T54. I've already got a few replays of this tank on my channel, but I still had a few more saved up, so I thought I'll get them out there. So we've got the first replay here on Sunset Coast Encounter Battle. It is a it's a Tier 10 lobby with no fun police and no light tank in the game. We're going to push this middle ridge straight away using the speed bonus this has with the speed mode. It's essentially a medium tank with this. It's crazy. This tank is really good. Honestly, it's so powerful. We get into position, nice and quickly thanks to that speed boost, and we're going to disengage in the speed mode because we've got some few shots onto this SDA one, which is crossing. So we're looking for the shots. Should be able to get one in. He actually gets tracked in place. Looking for the finish. Unfortunately, we can't quite get that in there. Then an enemy heavy tanks pop round. We get one shot in, and then the AVRE, completely balanced there. Just destroys that tank. We thought that heavy tank was going to go forward a bit more. He doesn't. We miss a shot. We do get the last shell in, and now we need to go on to that reload and try and keep safe a little bit because the enemy team are advancing. There is an enemy AVRE there. I don't really want to be victim to the AVRE. We're just waiting for my reload to go off, and yeah, thanks there's no fun police in this game, so I can sort of stay safe here. But my reload is almost finished, and now I'm looking to try and get some shots in. Originally I was going to shoot this Yagi 100, but then the AVRE presents itself, who has fired. I'm definitely going to focus this AVRE out if I can kill them, and I do, and that's just got rid of a very dangerous tank, so it's always good to take care of them when we can. Put us on to 2,000 damage and 1 kill, and now we are on a reload again. We do have a bit of support here, so we are battling. It's quite a good fight. It's quite nice when you get to just get stuck in. Just waiting for our reload to come on, and then we hopefully should be able to punish this Rex crossing if we can just get a reload in time. We do get one in, try and track him in place. We're now getting pushed by Yagi 100 behind us, which is awkward, so we need to try and push forward so he can't shoot us in the rear. We're trying to track this heavy tank in place, try and pick up on some track assistance. We dump our last shell, but now I need to get out of here because there's a Yagi 100 behind us who has just fired, and I'm getting pushed by a heavy, so I can't really stay here. So I'm just going to have to eat the shot off the heavy, put my speed mode in, and just get out of there so I can get safe, because I was kind of trapped in that situation. And yeah, I didn't fancy being stuck there with a Yagi 100 behind us, who has now just been destroyed by our friendly S-Barn. But I've come back off the speed mode, and I've seen an opportunity to kill this French heavy tank. We get one shot in and he gets shut down by our friendly heavy. We are a couple tanks up on this game, so we're taking quite good control. We've had a decent start. We've got 3,000 damage and picked up a kill and a tiny bit of assistance damage here. We're just looking to see where we want to go in and help, and I'm thinking I want to go and try and help our friendly heavy tank now over on the left hand side. We've still got 3 shots remaining. We've gone into speed mode to just try and get to the damage as quickly as possible, but the tanks over this side are starting to clear up. We're just trying to get bound. I think there's an IS-7 around here, and we're just going to try and push around and get some shots in. We disengage from the speed mode. It's a fairly close game. It's still fairly close at this point. I feel like we've got quite good control, but it's still fairly close. We're going to poke around here. We see an opportunity to get a shot into this medium tank. We actually get one in a tracking them in place, and then we finish off the M60. 1 shot remaining. We're just going to try and wander through the drive wheel of the IS-7. We don't pen him, but we don't track him. But we do pen him, and we put us on to 4,000 damage. I'm now just going to, I'm reloading. I don't want to just get pushed by this IS-7 while I'm on a reload. So I'm just going to activate the speed mode and just zoom out of there. And that's the beauty of the speed mode. You can just relocate around the map, looking for angles to just dump that clip, dump your clip, get back into speed mode, find somewhere else you want to go and shoot. It's just great. I know it's a heavy, but it's basically a medium. I mean, the armour's not amazing, but you still can bounce some shots. If you hold down, you can bounce occasional shots. Definitely won't rely on it, but you can, because obviously it is just a tier 8 heavy, chassis. But to have that speed with the speed, it's just crazy. So we're going to push around now and see if we can get any side shots in on any of these tanks in the middle. Should get one into the mutts. We get one in. We're looking for a second one, but then this enemy medium tank comes in front of us. We've got one into the track wheel, tracking in place. Now we should be able to get the finish, which we do, putting us onto 5,000 damage, 3 kills, only 3 tanks remaining. It's just about getting as much damage left as we can now. I think I'm going to try and find that IS-7 which we left earlier. Just scanning to see who's got the most hit points. It's basically a stealthy TD which is going to be in the base somewhere, and this IS-7 we're just going to try and get over there as quickly as we can to see if we can get any more damage in just before this game ends, really, because it is pretty much clean up time at this moment. So we're going to come behind the IS-7 here. I think we engage speed mode again there, but now just to get there as quick as we can, because but he's actually come back round towards us. We get one shot in there. We're looking to try and get the finish if we can. We get 2 shots in, we get third one, and we do pick up the kill, putting us onto 4 kills, 6,000 damage, with 1 enemy tank destroyer left. We've gone into the speed mode. At this point I don't really think I'm going to get there because there's so many tanks ahead of me, but I'm going to zoom in as quickly as I can just to see if I can get any last remaining shots, just to try and finish off this game as strongly as possible. So we do get over here, we just get there just on the reload. We're still in speed mode. We just snap one while we're on full blame, which is, yeah, we actually hit one of them. And yeah, that brings us then to replay number 1. So let's just see how we got on before we move on to the second replay. We get 4 kills, 6,500 damage, 2,000 base XP, 550 odd assistance. We get the ace tanker and the high caliber. So yeah, that's it for replay number 1, but let's move on to replay number 2. Okay, so here we are for the final replay on Dragon Ridge. There is 1 enemy light tank and 1 enemy fun police in this game. It's a tier 10 lobby again, standard battle. Now Dragon Ridge, not a massive fan if I'm honest with you. Yeah, no, I don't really like this map that much, but it's what we've got to deal with. So we're going to go into speed mode, and at the start we're going to zoom to the other side, see if we can get any potential cross shots onto the heavies which like to poke up round. Just see what we spot, work out what's there, and again, you know, then we can work out what we're going to do from what, you know, whatever we spot, and just react to what we see. So with the help of the speed mode we're able to get here pretty quickly. We're just having a look around, see what we spotted. There's an enemy light tank which is going to be annoying there because they could just keep us spotted when we poke the ridge. And there's an enemy Ragnarok which has just been spotted. Now I'm going to take an opportunity just to try and get some shots on this Ragnarok, which is risky because when I poke round here, any camping tank destroyers are going to be able to get shots into me. I'm taking a gamble, but it's early enough that maybe they're not quite into position yet. I'm just going to take an opportunity, and I do eat a shot to do this, but to be honest, that's actually a pretty good trade because we've lost, yeah, one you know, set of hit points, but we've got 800 damage and taken out a tank, which was just going to keep us spotted in return. So I'm quite happy with that, and the light tank has now been pushed back, which is allowing me to then get a reload in and look for some shots onto these heavy tanks over on this hand side. Hopefully we can catch something out here and you know, get a clip in. We know there's some tanks there, they're just not detected at this point. We're hoping that they do get spotted, and this enemy tiger has done that. We get 1 shot into lower plate, go for the second one into lower plate, go for the third one in the lower plate. Annoyingly that one misses, which was just unlucky. That other shot I should have aimed for the drive wheel when he was turning to track him in place, and yeah, unfortunately I only penned 2 out the clip there, which isn't really ideal. But we're going to get back on a reload. There is a few tanks on the right hand side. We still got some tanks dealing with them, and hopefully we can win that fight. I'm going to just get on reload. If they do present us some shots, we should be able to help out and get some clips in. At the moment, this Conqueror's just been spotted in the open, so we go for 1 for the lower plate. We get 1 in. We get, unfortunately, don't get that one in, but we do manage to pen our last 2 shots. So putting us on to like 2,400 damage. I think I could have had more damage, you know, already, you know, because I've bounced a couple of shots. This is a bit annoying, but that just, you know, it is how it is. We've still got you know, 7 pens, and there's still quite a lot of damage left in this game. So we're going on to a reload again. It doesn't really feel like you want to reload that much this tank. I mean, you get the reload off fairly quickly, I think, you know, considering the damage potential you can put out. You've obviously got 320 alpha per round, and you can get your shots away pretty quickly. So just having a little scan here, see if we can get any shots into the right or the left. But as that happens, enemy tanks get spotted in the left again. I haven't really needed to move just because the teams have just been presenting themselves to me, and I've always had shots available to me pretty much every time I was reloaded. So that time we do get our 4 pens in, and we put ourselves onto 3,600 damage with still 8 tanks remaining to go. Back on reload again. We then spot, 2 tanks. These heavy tanks get spotted and detected again. We should have some shots, but we also should have some shots on that medium on our right potentially. But we're just looking to see. Yeah, we do. Yeah, he does present himself a couple of shots there. If he pulls back a little bit more, we're going to have a couple of shots into this medium tank. We get one in. I think we actually damage his trap. We don't track him. This time we damage his engine. We're looking to see if we can get any more, but it doesn't quite. He's gone back into cover now. But now we should have some shots to this Conqueror. And I kind of misread this. I thought that Conqueror was the other facing the other way. I thought for some reason I was shooting into the rear of the tank there, which was a bit stupid. So I ended up bouncing the shot, which I could have penned. But we're still on the 4,500 damage, 13 pens, 7 tanks remaining. The tanks on the right hand side have been taken out, well now, so we don't have to deal with them. This enemy medium gets spotted in the middle, and we're almost on reload. Hopefully we can get a couple of pens in here. We do get 2 in. Hoping can we get the finish just to pick up the kill. We do, putting us under just over 5,000 damage with 3 kills and 6 tanks remaining. So we're going to go straight on to speed mode while we're on our reload. Get across the map, and at the time we get there we should have our full clip loaded to potentially get some shots into this Kranvarven over there on the left. And I think there is a Jag Tiger, I believe, down there as well. We hopefully we can potentially get some shots into. Reloaded now, and we're almost in position. So we're just going to disengage the speed mode so we can obviously don't lose our accuracy bonus, and then we should get some shots into these tanks. Hopefully we should be able to finish this TD off in one shot. We do. And now we're just seeing if we can get any shots into this enemy heavy Kranvarven there. Got to be careful because obviously I don't want to get clipped out by the tank myself. But we're looking to try and squeeze a shot in through these buildings. We do get one in, but now I decide he is looking at us. I don't really want to fancy fighting at a tank like that. So I'm just going to push forward and see if I can deal with the enemy S-Bahn and Conqueror, which is left just round this corner. I'm thinking maybe I'll just be able to get my 2 shots into this tank here. Got to be careful I don't get shot by the S-Bahn if he's hiding around this left hand corner, but it doesn't look like he is. We should be able to get our 2 shots into this Conqueror, which we do. Confirming an extra bit of damage here, putting us on 6,000 damage. Enemy fun police is looking at us. We've engaged the speed mode just to get behind this rock to try and keep ourselves a little bit safe from the enemy fun police. We've lost our spot. Was looking at the map, but he has blind fired us anyway. And now I'm just going to try and get to this enemy S-Bahn, which has still got like 1,000 hit points left. I've come out of speed mode, so I wanted to be ready to shoot just in case he was just round this corner. But as it stood, he's actually on the bottom, and maybe I should have been in my speed mode, but that's just Captain Hindsight, because unfortunately I've got there about 10 seconds or 5 seconds too late, which has meant I've missed out on potentially picking up 1,000 bit of damage out of that S-Bahn there, which is a shame. There's only 2 tanks remaining now, and I'm just going to try and full send this artillery to try and get as much damage out of this game as I can, really, because I'm thinking at this point Kranvarven's probably gone the other way. Trying to get over there. I've got speed mode, it's still engaged, disengaging it, but I missed that shot because it's still full blown. I get 1 shot in there, get unlucky with that shot, which actually does track damage, and then I get my final shot in. But that's a shame because I could have actually just picked up some more damage out of that tank, but at least I got 2 in. And now there's only 1 tank remaining in. It is the enemy Kranvarven has just got into the cap circle. So I've engaged speed mode, and now I'm just going to full send back to the base and just hope that we can get there and get a full clip in. I think when we left this Kranvarven, it had about 1,000 hit points left. So we could put ourselves over 8,000 damage if we are able to get there first. But obviously our friendly tank destroyer and fun police are closing in on the tank. So it's just whether we're going to get a chance to get any of those shots in. But that's, I mean, without this speed mode, I'd obviously have no chance of getting there. And it's just so good how you can just zoom across the map like this. It's why this tank is a lot of fun to play. And we do get into a position where we can get shots with disengaged speed mode. We're waiting to get our gun aimed in so we don't miss an opportunity. Unfortunately, he's just got around the cover, but hopefully we move to a position we can get another shot in. We do get one in, we do get two in, but he does lose a few hit points, so wasn't able to get the full amount of damage out of him. But that brings us to an end, so we still have a decent game, you know, getting 5 kills, just shy of 8,000 damage, picking up the ace tank from the high caliber. I just feel like when I watch this replay back, I could have probably had more damage in this if I wasn't missing them shots, so which is a bit of a shame. But you know, still a decent game. So thank you so much for your support as always, and happy tanking.
Enemy in sight. Hadouken!